Hi folks, welcome back. Welcome back to part 2 of this live stream. There's not really much going on here at Hobby at the moment. This stream is only going to last about 15 minutes. It's 3:15 now, and I need to think about getting home pretty soon because Sunday service between Dunfermline and Alloa, as I stated earlier, they finish a wee bit earlier on a Sunday. Pretty rubbish, but then again, that's what happens. Anyway, over there we've got SN67 WWS, and we've still got this one, LG23EZU. Let's go. We can wait here. Welcome back if you're just joining us. It's part 2 of bus spotting at Holbeath Park and Ride. I'm only going to be streaming for about 15-20 minutes. As I said, I need to think about getting home soon. Don't really want to be going via Perth and then Stirling tonight on the way home. Obviously, I've just posted an update on the weather. We'll do that again around about 8 PM tonight. Probably going to do that again before I go to bed as well. So we'll see how it goes. That's LG23ZU, as I said, and SN67WWS. Behind it, Stuart Watson says hi. How you doing, mate? Hope you're doing all right. Not much going on here at the moment. Well, we've got another one coming in. I think we'll start this one on part 1 of the stream. Bye, Alba. Yep, we're certainly up, pal. YX20OFW there. Driver waves. And I've just realised who that is. Mr. Malcolm Duncan himself. Good old Malky boy. I bet he wasn't expecting to see me here today. I'll go over and say hello. He's on the 19th of January. I thought he was going to recite the bugger. Oh well. I've known Malcolm for quite a few years, let's say. I'll need to send him a copy of this live stream. I wonder if he was working today. I was going to give him a message. Alright, that's things. Oh, I was just thinking about you a little while ago. Aye, that's me. Telecutry, aye. And then a live stream on YouTube, didn't I? I've been here for about an hour and a half.
Were you enjoying it?
Aye, it's alright, aye.
Maybe see some of the new airports.
Scene 1, just missed it. I just missed it. I literally got here about 2 minutes before it left. I just missed it.
The girls' city line.
Aye, what do you call them? Aye, flicks.
What time were you up this morning?
Aye, well, I got up about Sorry folks, I was just having a wee chat there with Malcolm. I've just unmuted it the other now. Busboy says, it's me, Busboy, who call me Tyrone in real life. Who people call me Tyrone in real life. Vice was Alba unmute. Jack Stewart says, is that Holbeath Park and Ride? It certainly is. It certainly is. I'm not here for that much longer though, because unfortunately I need to go home pretty soon, because Sunday service back to Alloa on a Sunday is pretty poor. But yeah, all good. All good. No, Malcolm's telling me about the new Volvo double deck version of the 200 EV. Although I know Volvo doesn't build the EV. Elite's just blocking my view of the EV that was over there. But anyway, you're saying there's one sitting parked up in Aberhill bus depot. I don't really know Ethan that well, but he's going to send me a picture of it. So as soon as he sends me a picture of it, I'll try and put it up on the channel on the community posts. Oh, we've got 169LB Old coming in. Volvo Panorama. I know that's 9700DD is at the front, but that's not the one that I'm talking about. See what I mean? There's the Volvo 9700DD on the X54 now. That's on M92 to Aberdeen. Because that 9700DD is just at the very front there, was on the X59. We saw that in part 1 of this live stream. It should be available to view on the channel now. But Busboy, I think you were talking about panoramas a little while ago. Well, there you go, mate. There's one there for you. On the M92 to the Granite City of Aberdeen. YX69 LBO. I prefer these to the 9700DDs if I'm being honest. I prefer them to Interdects as well. I'll have a read through your messages just shortly and I'll catch up with them. I promise. Well, that's coming up 3:25, so I'll stream for we'll give it another 10 minutes. Well, 3:21 according to the sign there. Yeah, that's the EV I was talking about. That's been sitting there for a good couple of hours now. Since just after I got here. Right. Have a look. See what time. So I'm X24. 40 minutes, that's cutting it fine a bit. YY65 SXK there, that's X61 to Edinburgh. Ooh! Mark III Volvo Panther. Nice! YX22LVY on M90. I don't know if it's Edinburgh or in the Nest. That's going to, we'll find out in a minute. Today. I'll be doing some more pre-recorded stuff after the stream's finished on my tablet on the way home. That's M90 Edinburgh. Pity that doesn't want it done for an hour at a time, isn't it? Nice. See that apart. Right, I was going to have a look at something. Right, there's a 19 to the scythe in 19 minutes. I'm going to catch that one, I think. Because that should get me in to the bus station and plenty of accommodation to Alaba. Right, let's have a look. I'm just going to read through some of the messages. I'm just scrolling back to find them here. As we see, SF74 line Y on X24 to St Andrews. Right, I'll just read them from start to finish. These errors, okie dokie. Also, did you tell me? I said hi. I certainly did. Also, you never told us that you were friends with the stagecoach driver. Well, I don't really say a lot of these things about myself. Direct 747 to Edinburgh Airport leaving. That's the bus I got to Edinburgh from Glasgow. But the bus I got from Edinburgh to Glasgow was X77. X77. Alright, okay. Scottish Line from M82 to Aberdeen. That bus is the one I got from Glasgow, the one that's on M82. And the Fallon Electric City Network bus. That's me, bus why I like buses too. Another cycling bus. East Scotland has a route that goes from Falkirk to Alloa into Dunfermline. That's right, number 28, I've done it on the channel. I had a sore bum by the time I got there. From Dunfermline to Falkirk via Alloa. It took nearly 2 hours going from end to end. That's the feeling, that's an elite Alba. Can you read my comments? What I said about the panoramas I got in the 800. And the Jack says I was on X27 yesterday. I got an X24A yesterday, back from Glasgow. Well, last night it was actually. About 10 o'clock. Glasgow to Larbert. Just made the last H2 by the skin of my teeth. Just made it. That's what happens when you wait for the 6:20. 976 from Oban to Glasgow. Because Oban to Glasgow, the buses are not that frequent, if I'm being honest. Busway says that X24A runs from 10 PM to 12 midnight. That's right. I think, is it not 9 o'clock to 12 midnight? Maybe I've got that wrong. I've got to stand around at this bit here. It's starting to get a bit windy. It's starting to get windier now. There's 16 minutes till the 19 arrives. Jack says, well, I haven't seen an X24A before. Yeah, they seem to operate on the evenings. It's just basically the same vehicle as that, the same route. It just goes the same way. I don't know why they put an A on it. I think it goes via Kirkcaldy on its way into Glenrothes once it leaves here. That's where I think the only variation is. It turns off the 92 at Chapel Level, goes into Kirkcaldy and then across to Glenrothes. I think. I'll need to do it at some time, but the only trouble is, if I do that route, getting home for me isn't a real problem. From Glenrothes at that time of night, I'd have to try and get back down to here, and then maybe take a coach up to Perth, and then Ember back down to Stirling and get a taxi. So it's a lot of hassle. Busway says, well, you do the 177, 178 and the 178A. I don't actually know these ones, mate. What areas are these based in? If you can let me know what areas these are based in, I can certainly look into them. And I can let you know on the community post page later on if I can do them or not. Should be okay though, I reckon. Jack says I don't know these routes, so neither do I, to be honest. 77. No, I'm not sure where these are either. Down to here, and he was a bit concerned about the weather. As was I, if I'm being honest, because I was in Alloa town centre this morning thinking to myself, should I just call this trip off today, or shall I just do it? And I thought, you know what, I'll just go through to Hobbeath today, and I'll just do some on. Not the same without him being here, obviously. He knows that. But certainly 177, 178 and 178A. Busway says which is Larbert Depot to Kirkintilloch via Steps, then continues as 178 to Moodiesburn. I didn't even know these were a thing, to be honest. I'll certainly look into them on my way home. Should be okay though, I reckon. Right, X27, Kincardine for Glasgow, SF74YOC. Jack says, do you know the X54A Edinburgh to Dundee? Yes, I have seen that one. I haven't done it for the channel yet though. I think it's just the same route as X54. Aaron was saying to me, is there much point in doing a route? It's got an A next to it if it's the same route as the previous number that you've just done, if it goes the same way. I can see his point, but if it's requested, I'll do it. Anybody would think I was drunk the way I was walking the trip to there. He says, yo, I was on that bus yesterday. I've seen the X54A before. Yeah, I've seen it as well. I haven't travelled on it. I did take the X54 one time, Dundee to Edinburgh and back with Aaron. In fact, I'll tell you a little story about that. We were going to do that as a full route for the channel one day. And we did it from Dundee to Edinburgh. And on the way back, we were waiting for the X54 back to Dundee to do the return route. And it broke down in Edinburgh bus station. So Aaron and I were kind of thinking, should we just go our separate ways there? I'll get a CityLink back to Stirling, I'll get an Aberdeen bus back to Dundee. And I thought, no, I've got an idea. And I said to him, why don't we get the X59 to St Andrews? Do that one way. And then we'll just take a 99. Don't need to do any video on the 99, because I've already done that route. And he went, I like your thinking there, Gallivanter. I like your thinking there. So yes, let's do it. So that's what we did. In fact, speaking of those, that's Y67 UPD coming in. X59 to Edinburgh, which will change to an X54 back to Dundee. That might have been the coach that Aaron would have got if he had been here today, because I know he prefers getting an X54. Because he prefers it because it's a quieter service, but personally I prefer the quicker services, you know. I don't mind if the coach is a bit noisier, as long as it's not too noisy. I generally don't mind. In general, I don't mind. I'm just having to watch both ways, because I'm going to get this next 19 that's coming in. Well, it's not coming in just now, but it will be just shortly. But that was a nice, pleasant surprise seeing Malcolm there. Y67 UPD down there. We'll see that one departing in just a moment. That was certainly a pleasant surprise. I didn't even know he was working today. I was going to message him on Facebook and see if he was working today, but obviously that answers my question. Yeah, so well, I think we'll see this one departing, and then in fact, yeah, we'll see that one departing, I think, and then I think I'll call it quits, because there's not really much more happening here at the moment. In fact, no, but I'll keep the stream running until the 19 comes in. I promised you I would. Just this is what happens here on a Sunday. It's not really much going on, and I'm not saying it gets boring, because it doesn't. I hope it doesn't get boring for you guys watching it, but when I can only show you is what I can see, you know. I did think about going into Edinburgh we'll just head home once the 19 comes in. I'll do some recorded stuff on the way home, which I'll do using a mixture of tablet and phone. It depends on which power it's got. But I might listen to some tunes on my phone on the way home, because I've got a tune in my head at the moment. Justin Timberlake, Snoop Dogg, Signs. It just randomly popped into my head this morning. A bit like the other day there, I had Neil Diamond's Sweet Caroline stuck in my head, only because someone requested it at work, and when I played it, it was stuck in my head. Now you can say to me, I don't believe it, you're making it up, baby, if you like. That's mostly what the women sing to him when he's singing that tune. They could say it to me if they want, I don't care. Yep, 8 minutes according to that bus is due now, but I don't know if these signs are accurate or not. The most accurate way to look for a bus is with your eyes. That's what I've always said. Oh, here we have one office space to wait. Like 67 UPD pulling away on X59 to Edinburgh. 54359. Because I believe that Y67 UPJ was on the 917 to Portree earlier on. That's another route that I'm looking into doing. That'll be a good one. Edinburgh to Portree via Inverness. I'm looking at the possibility of staying overnight in Inverness, continuing the journey the following day, because staying overnight in Portree is not cheap. I think the average was about £80 to £100 per night for what I could find. And I don't really fancy staying in a dormitory or a youth hostel. No offence if you've stayed in these places, but they just don't appeal to me. I'm always concerned that someone might steal some of my things. You know, I'm always a bit weary about security. Always have been. Maybe a bit OTT maybe. So I'm still looking around. I've got one place I need to phone in Inverness and see what their prices are. But I'm working to a budget at the moment. We're staying overnight in Oban on the 23rd of August. That's a Saturday night, so I'm going to have a few beers, I think. No, I'm not going to get drunk. You don't want to see me drunk, honestly. I think I'm the world's greatest singer when I'm drunk. I'm sure YouTube would have a few thingways. Apologies, Jack. I've just noticed that you've left a few comments about there. Sorry about that. It says that's my favourite bus, X27 leaving Hobby's Park and Ride. The 19 goes to the side to Ballingery. That's right, it does. X59 to Edinburgh. Then we went, did you stay in Dundee, pal? No. Do you stay in Dundee, pal? No, I don't actually. I live in Tillicoultry. I do commute to Dundee quite a lot because I've got a mate who stays there, Aaron. He calls me Shrek, I call him Shorty. It's just what we do. In fact, we were joking about setting up our own YouTube channel, the Shorty and Shrek channel, or something like that, or Shrek and Shorty, or something like that. I'm only joking. I don't think we would end up doing that, because we just help each other make videos for each other's channels. And it says M90 goes to Inverness to Edinburgh. That's right. There's 917, which does Aberdeen. No, it doesn't. 917 does Edinburgh to Portree, and that's M92 just coming in Y69 LCG. I actually got that one on the M8 just the other day from Stirling to Cumbernauld. I was on the way to my work. And I think I've told you this story before, but a couple of weeks ago, about a month ago, maybe slightly longer, Aaron and I were in Aberdeen doing one of our collaboration booths, and we saw YX69 LCJ getting a jump start. The flap onto the cab open, and the mechanic suddenly came out with one of those battery packs with the crocodile leads that have jump leads. I don't know if they call them crocodile leads or not, I don't know. And the jump start was coach, sorry. And I heard the mechanic smiling at the driver and then laughing and saying to him, "Don't turn it off! Don't turn it off now!" SN67XAM on the 747 to Holbeath, obviously, park and ride. That'll then be heading back to Edinburgh Airport. Incidentally, I came through here with the intention of trying to get one of the electric buses that's out today, the 400 EVs. It's on the 747. And I didn't get it, did I? No, well, there's always during the week. Right, well, I don't think we're going to see very much more, folks, so I think I'll say cheerio for now, and I'll continue with the recorded stuff. I'll try and get the recorded stuff uploaded, maybe leave it till tomorrow, so at least we've got something to upload for tomorrow. So I'll do a little live, I'll do a few more lives on the way home, but I'll talk to you later.